Wonder Woman is one of the most popular superheroes of all time and a key part of the DC Trinity, the three biggest characters in DC Comics. But sadly, unlike the guy, she doesn't really get the spotlight as much. Sure, she had a popular 70s series, 2 live action movies, and is all over animation, though she never had her own animated series, and when the DC films rebooted, she's not one of the first ones for no reason. Closest so far is the villain Cersei being in Creature Commando, and they were planning to do a Paradise Lost about her setting, not Wonder Woman herself. But luckily, there was a Korean anime about 1D. Okay, the actual title is Run, Wonder Princess, but, come on. Possibly featuring Korean Star Trek. So the film begins with some hot dog spaceships chasing a yellow UFO. And yes, this is the best quality the film can be found in. Looks like they were filming on the TV that was covered in bacon grease. And yes, Wonder Woman is an alien in this film, instead of being modeled from clay and blessed by the gods, or being the daughter of Zeus. But then again, this is Wonder Princess. Then the hot dog ships all spin around and use tractor beam, but Wendy's able to break out and free herself. Then she spins just like the Linda Carter transformation, even though she was already Wendy, so this is kind of backwards. And yeah, her civilian Diana design is just straight up Linda Carter. She did the transformation for the opening credits. And we cut to Earth seeing a helicopter, a kid, and a professor named Min, who are flying through explosions. But apparently the kid, but not the professor, knows that these are seeding explosions, as the professor is lamenting that Earth is getting overpopulated at 7 billion. There's not enough food to go around, and we need a break into space to find a new Earth. You should never trust people who believe in overpopulation because they've never been out of a city, because still, most of America looks like this and Earth is at 8.3 billion. And if anything, we overproduce food and throw away most of it, so really that's not a problem. We're not living in Judge Dredd yet, but data centers are getting us there.
Status check, range safety arm light on.
Affirmative.
Sorry, I didn't get that, I don't speak Korean. We meet Major Kane, who I guess we can say is Korean Steve Trevor, and he's test firing a giant bullet spaceship. But meanwhile, outside of a cliff, someone shoots 2 rockets at him. But Steve survives. But he goes missing. And the culprit behind the missiles is Dr. Wily.
We'll find Dr. Wally.
Okay, his name is Wang Ching, but come on. And he's blowing up rockets because he plans to be the only one taking over the universe, along with his funny assistant. Well, the kid is getting kind of concerned about the professor overworking to find Steve. Also, he has a pet panda. Also, his name is Ting. Well, Steve is hallucinating, I guess, and finds a beautiful world. Dr. Wily calls up Dr. Light, and it's revealed that Wily was banished from the Earth, thanks to the Democratic Order of Science, and now he made the Red Empire in the Blue Territory. And he still wants Ming to join him in the dark side. Then after 17 minutes, Wendy finally makes it to Earth. And look, she found Steve. Okay, I guess her real name is Wonder Princess Para. After some shenanigans with Tang, Steve goes home and gets a parade. So Wily sends his group of Mexican wrestlers. Well, Steve tells his adventures through space, landing on the beautiful world of Paraguk. And they met the princess. And life was pretty great there, riding giant chickens with Wonder Woman. And I'm pretty sure they got married. Too bad, Korean Superman. They toast and get back to work. But the electrician company stops by, and now it's the Mexican wrestlers with smoke guns. The only person that can stop them is the kid, or not. 31 minutes in, Wendy transforms and goes into action. And yes, her bracelets do reflect things. But luckily for the animators, most of this is off-screen and just has Steve pointing at the action. And I guess Wendy literally just called the cops on them. And wait a minute. Diana Prince must be Hot Girl. She returns to the base, but the panda sees her. So she uses her forehead beam to communicate to the panda to make him keep their secret. Steve and Wendy are hitting it off, so Dr. Wily decides to hire the Korean A-Team, but they died 10 years ago, so he resurrected them to be robots. In Korean Nick Fury. This isn't the Marvel DC crossover I was hoping for. So Korean Nick Fury burrows through the back of a car, capturing Steve and Ming. Somehow Wonder Woman hears this, I guess her 1D senses are tingling, so reuse that animation and get onto the scene. Fury's pole staff turns into a machine gun and knives, but have no match against Wendy. So Wily has to pull out Plan C, the Korean Loch Ness Monster that is also a robot. Run, Wonder Princess. Well, this is a continuity where Wendy can fly. Good. But the robot's bad breath knocks her out and captures the others. But pep talk from Dream King Dad helps Wendy get up, calling the UFO to go after Wily. But with the others, Steve literally punches his way out of there, steals a hot dog spaceship, and flies out. The bad guys do the same tractor beam trick with a different background from the beginning of the film, and Steve meets back up with Wendy. But Ming didn't have much of success, so they have to go back and get him. Fighting some action figures, and it really is Wily's castle because there's robots everywhere. Wendy does throw her tiara, but also it has a laser death beam that melts robots. Well, that's unique at least. But Wily's with the Korean robot, Korean Loch Ness Monster, and when you know it, it's fireproof. So Wily uses his staff and zaps off Wendy's belt, which apparently is the source of her powers. But Steve gets it back, just for Wendy to toss her tiara as a grenade and blow up the snake. Wily laments that was 20 years down the drain. They try saving him, but he burns away as well as his castle. This is a unique film. It's obviously trying to cash in on the Linda Carter Wonder Woman series from the 70s, but it's a very unique take on Wendy, which you would never really see in the actual comics. The plot's kind of crazy and sort of just ends. The animation's bad. There's tons of still frames zooming out and still shots and reused animation. Though I do like the character designs, very Astro Boy early anime. There isn't a dub and it's actually kind of hard to find a subtitled version of this film. It's definitely not good, but I've also seen a lot worse done with actual Wonder Woman. 4.5 out of 10. But let me know what you thought down below, as well as hitting the like button, subscribing if you're new, and hyping on mobile.